Check it out, it's Jupiter. Yay, my buddy. Jupiter has already done a board and train. He's done a board and train, and he's hung out with me lots of times, and he can do a lot of things. And so during this board and train, we're going to go over everything. God, my pants are falling off. Look at how I cut them off. They look ridiculous. I don't care. It's summer. Sit. We're going to go over everything that he did during the first board and train, and anything else that we went over, you know, when he was just palling around with me. So, in particular, we're going to work on a few things on this board and train. We're going to train him to do a couple new things. One of the new things that we're going to train him to do is scent work. Now, I worked with Jupiter and bird scent, but now we're going to teach Jupiter to find his mother's keys. And to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, first of all, we want him to like the scent, okay? And for scent, we're going to use McCormick's Vanilla, because this is something that's readily available for his mom, his mommy. So his mom can just go to a grocery store anywhere in the United States, probably in Taiwan too, and get McCormick's and use this as a scent. Now, you probably just need a drop, right? But I'm just going to scent this thing, and then it'll be scented for a long time. I do this with the bird scent too. I'm going to put the vanilla extract in a bag like this for a couple hours, bring it out, let it dry. This thing will probably smell like vanilla to a dog for 2 years, 3 years. Unless you put it in the washing machine, it'll still smell like vanilla. Remember, the dog's ability to smell things is completely different than yours. This is bird scent, and he knows what this is. I've used bird scent before. I just think it'll be easier. You know, this way his mother doesn't have to use bird scent. But this stuff, like if you smell it to a human, it does not smell like bird to me. It smells like chapstick or something. But you put this in front of like Tonka goes into point. It smells like a bird to me. So we're going to use vanilla, and what we'll do is we'll do retrieves first with this. And then that way it's going to start associating that smell with something that he likes, which is fun. And then we're going to train him the hunt him up command. Just like Camo in there is doing, but Camo's being trained to find birds. He's going to be trained to find anything with vanilla extract on it. In other words, his mother's keys. We could just put a drop of vanilla extract on his mother's keys and we'll be able to find it. Dogs can smell cancer in humans. It's no shit, you know? They can detect cancer in humans. They're scented. The Cocker Spaniel's scenting ability is fucking amazing. I would put the English Cocker Spaniel against any of the breed of dogs that are known for, you know, having great noses, bloodhounds, whatever. The little tiny English Cocker Spaniel is fucking awesome. It is! I mean, they really have a great nose. They're great to work with, they're a lot of fun. So, you know, I'm really excited about teaching him to find keys. The other thing that we're going to teach you is to take a water bottle and put it in a trash can. And his mother has started this company, his owner, his mom, has started a company, and she could use Judy for advertising, seriously. So, and funny that you know, that was brought up because just a week ago, my old girlfriend called me and said, do you have a dog that you want to use in a, Judy, sit. No, sit. In a commercial, the dog needs to get a pack of seaweed pack. It's like dog food and take it somewhere. And I'm like, you know, it wasn't much money, and Judy wasn't around. If Judy was around, I would have just used Jude. You know, I said, well, you know, I'm upstate. Is it much money? She said, no, not really. You don't make much money from that. The most you'll ever make using your dog in advertising is about $500 a day. It's not very good. Unless I got a call where somebody said, yeah, we need some weird little pit bull like Billy the Hedgehog, and we'll have daily work for you while we make a movie. That's a different story. Then I might be interested. But I had a agent for my animals. It's just not worth it. You have to take the day off. You know, you have to drop. It's not worth it. So, but this is the first dog I thought of. I was like, well, if Chip was around, we could use Chip. You know. So he's going to learn how to do that. Pick up water bottles, empty water bottles, and put them in the trash. we're also going to go over Joopy with the E-collar, make sure that's conditioned again, because his mom was like, I haven't been using it, it's no big deal. We'll put the E-collar back on him, we'll recondition it, and you know, when he goes back, I hope his mom does continue using it, or starts using it again, because it really has a great effect on the dog over a period of time. All you have to do is put it on in the morning, use it once or twice during the day, and it really does have a positive effect. So we'll recondition the E-collar. We're going to go over all basic commands they learn. We're going to go over place between the legs, make sure he's doing that real good, so he's good on the subway. Holding the door open. I can't remember, it's all blurred with dogs. I think he's doing that pretty good. But we're going to go over that too. We're going to go over the dummy launcher, because Juke was a little gun shy. He was, but as I remember, by the time I took him back to his mom's, he was not. I can't remember if he did the dummy launcher. I don't know, we're going to find out. But so that's it. So we're doing everything, over everything with Joopy, and Joopy's freaking awesome. He was awesome on the train coming back to Brooklyn. We're going to go upstate soon because my car is fixed. My transmission's fixed, so we'll do some stuff up there. We still got Camo, and Camo is, Camo's working on some of the same stuff, working on scenting and finding stuff. We got more time with Camo, and what else? What else, Jude? You're awesome, right? So Joopy, the dog that will hug. He will hug. Hey, come here, Jude. I was talking about this last night on Facebook. Like if you pick him up like this, he puts his paws around you, and he hugs you. He's hugging me. If I let go, he'd still be holding on. Seriously. I was upstate, I was grooming Juke, and I was on the ground. And then when I was done, I said, there you go, buddy. And he jumped up and put his arms on my shoulder, you know, and started hugging me. He's awesome. I miss little Charlie. You know, little Charlie went back recently. So it's really nice to have an English cocker, you know, in the house again. Their scenting ability, I'm not exaggerating, is superior to most dogs. You know, that dog Micah, like seriously, that little English Cocker Spaniel, by the time he was leaving, he was finding stuff in the field as good as Tonka. You know, my GSP. The English Cocker Spaniel, I saw just right away. I put some stuff in the field, I put my shirt or something, and I taught Micah the hunt 'em up command. And, you know, you can just see it, like as soon as they get in that scent cone. You know, I said hunt him up, and Micah's nose was up, he was looking. You know, he got in that scent cone and found it. Joopy can do the same thing, I guarantee you. Little Charlie, by the time he was leaving, you know, if I threw the dummy launcher or whatever, you know, if I shot the dummy launcher off and it landed in tall grass, Charlie was like, you could see him, he was looking around with his nose, he's not looking around with his eyes. That's not a plus if your dog is looking for something with its eyes. Their number one sense is smell. So make sure that your dog, if your dog is using its eyes, no good. Train it to do this. Watch these videos and learn how to habituate the dog to the smell by first. If your dog can retrieve, you can teach it to find something. That's all you need. He has more than the basics. He's going to be able to find this. He's going to be able to find his mother's keys, no problem. Joopy, here. Come on, buddy. Look at him. What a nut. It is like a little nut. Joopy, sit. He's a very good boy. Sit. See if he'll do a retrieve. We don't have anything, I got bird scent on this right now, but we're going to change it to vanilla extract. Let's see if Joopy will go get this. Sit. No, sit. Joopy, hold. Here. You're a good boy. Here, good boy. Here, let's see if we'll pick up my keys. Sit. Where are my keys, Joopy? Let's pretend I'm having trouble. I'm at the door. I drop my keys. Should be hold. Okay. Thank you, buddy. Right here. Sit. Grandmaster Juki. No, sit.